Now, some of this y'all gonna think is funny, but this is the truth of it. Now, you may hear your mom and dad say, make that face. It's gonna freeze like that. Or, you know, don't say nothing. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Well, that's the truth. Here's another truth. When you get older, and it may happen sooner than that, you got kids of your own, or maybe babysitting somebody's kids or whatever. Thing of it is, eventually, and I hate to say this, but it's the truth, some child is going to do something, and then the next thing you know, the very words that your mom and dad said to you is going to come flying out your mouth, and you're going to be like, my mom just came out of my mouth. What the heck? Oh my God, I'm my mother now. This is exactly what happens. Kid you not. And sometimes parents say things to their kids that it eventually comes back and bites the parents in their butt. A perfect, for instance, now, and I didn't do this until I was an adult and I had a vehicle that I could run to and leave in, okay? My mom's favorite saying used to be, and she never did say it to me again after this. Um, of course, I knew she wanted to beat me up, or something. She used to say, I made you, I can destroy you and make another one just like you if I want to. And she caught me in rare form that day, and I just looked at her and went, you'd have to get with Lewis again, and like, that's really ever going to happen, Mom. And my brother's sitting here, and he's going, ooh, burn, I wish I would have thought of that. But she never did say it again. It was the truth, but, unfortunately, I shouldn't have said that to her. I mean, in all honesty, I shouldn't have. And I'm not saying be smart with your parents. Please, God, don't be smart with your parents, okay? But the truth of it is, sooner or later, um, like, you're going to say the exact same thing to a kid, and you're going to be like, man, I just turned into my mom, or man, I just turned into my dad, and I always said I wouldn't do anything like them when I have kids and all that. That's what you think now. Mark my words, it's going to happen. And, also, I was going to touch on the fact that, when I was a kid, and my mom did this like once a month, and I believe parents should do it. Like once a month, my mom, she brought out the Coleman lanterns and the candles and all. Y'all may not know what Coleman lanterns are. Um, but she cut off every light in the house, okay? You wasn't allowed to turn on the lights. The only thing that still had electricity to it was pretty much the dadgum refrigerator, okay? And she brought out the board games, and we played Yahtzee and Monopoly and checkers and all that stuff. We spent time together, quality time. And I'm bringing that up because I was just watching something on YouTube earlier, and it was talking about how this kid, the teacher asked all the kids to write an essay on what they think was the worst invention, and a couple of her kids actually wrote an essay stating the smartphone and that they hate their mom or dad's smartphone because their parent is on it so much. When I was a kid, we played games My parents didn't even have to kick us outside. We was willing to go outside, okay? Of course, the street I lived on, it was in Deep Woods, Keithville, Louisiana, and let me tell you something. It was not paved. It was that fine powdered sand. And we built states, countries, castles, had moats, run the water hose out there, and all that stuff. My mom could have told us to go play in the street if she wanted to and not had to worry about us because we didn't have no traffic down that road. She didn't tell us that, but she could have, you know. And I'm not telling nobody to go play in the street. Please do not do that. No, Selma does not want you to do that. Please do not. Especially this day and age, okay? There's crazy folks out there. And another thing is, y'all, I'm all for education. Please educate yourself even after you get out of school, and you graduate or whatever. Try and continue educating yourselves. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Selma, when she was a kid, man, she skipped school one time in her life, and it's a true story. All right. I skipped school because this teacher threatened me. And she gave me a tape case full of spelling words and timetables and stuff. And behind this, and I'm not a dumb person, but I ain't the smartest person in the world neither. But I can do just about any other type of math but timetables behind this teacher threatening me, okay? I ain't never been able to memorize them. I ain't gonna lie to you. She threatened to paddle me with this wooden paddle if I didn't learn them all in one night. And I tried. I tried and tried to learn it. I really did. And I told my brother what was going on that night, and I was real upset. And he goes, "Okay." And I was scared to tell my mom and dad, which I shouldn't have been. They did always say we could tell them anything. And my brother, he's a few years older than me, and he says, "Well, we'll skip school tomorrow." I said, "Okay." And I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, and he's 3.5 years older than me half the year, and then 4 years older than me the other half. So we decide we're going to cut back behind the house, and, after mom leaves for work. And we did that, and I fell into the sewer. And I actually thought my brother was going to scrub my dad burned skin completely off with that SOS pad when he got me in the house and done threw my clothes in the washer and everything, and he was giving me a bath and all that. And I tell you what, that cured me right there from ever skipping school in my life, because I figured, and this is the moral of the story, bad shit happens to kids that skip school. And that's the truth of it. I never skipped school again in my life, never had no desire to, wouldn't have done it. You couldn't have paid me to do it. If I wasn't at school, I was either sick and I was at a doctor, but I had a doctor's excuse, or I may have been at a funeral or something. But by God, I never skipped school again. I do not recommend it. I'm highly against it. If you ever have any problems with a teacher or another student, you tell your mom or your dad. You don't hold out on them. Tell them what's going on. They can fix it, and if they can't, then they're going to go to somebody that can. But yeah, seriously, go to your parent. I ain't gonna sit here and say go to a teacher no more, cause man, I don't know what's up with them, but no, I ain't gonna tell you that. Mm-mm. Go home and talk to your parent or your guardian, whoever you're living with. Let them know what's up and put it in their hands so they can help you take care of it the proper way. um, don't try to take care of it yourself, because a lot of times it's not going to work out the way you hope for it to. You need somebody with a little bit more experience than what you've got to try and make things right. So that would be my suggestion to you. And I know y'all are probably laughing about the bad shit happens to kids that skip school, but that is a moral of the story, and I do suggest that you don't ever skip school. This redneck hero Selma signing off. Love y'all. Peace out. God be with you and be safe.